All right, let's get to some LSU football news and nuggets. Tay, somebody we talked about the other day, Elijah Robinson, looked like he was going to be the defensive line coach for the Fighting Tigers. Well, not so fast. It looks like Nebraska and also Penn State have stepped up their game to try to get Robinson to be on their coaching staff.
Yeah, I didn't realize he's a former Nittany Lion. He played at Penn State, coached there under Paterno, and apparently coached with Matt Rule at Baylor. So there's connections to both, and they're making a push for him. Apparently, kind of dropping a bag his way. So it might be a bidding war for Elijah Robinson.
Good for him.
I mean,
yeah, good, great. If you're a defensive line coach, you got a bidding war across the country.
And look, LSU does have to be smart here, though, because this is somebody that's coaching defensive tackles, and so it's a very important position for sure, but you don't want to get into a crazy bidding war, even as good of a coach and recruiter as this is.
Yep.
I mean, because you still, like, Kevin Peoples is still going to coach the edge rushers.
Yeah. I mean, as much as, like, apparently here at Louisiana and at LSU, like, apparently money is just like a figment of our imagination. It just pops up everywhere. At some point, the well runs a little bit dry at some point. So you got to kind of maybe start looking at that budget. I don't know if for a defensive tackle, if you really necessarily want to get in the biggest bidding war. I understand it's a very valued position, an important position, especially with the recruits that we're just getting and how we want to hit the transfer portal and all that stuff. But I don't even know what that looks like. You get in a bidding war for a defensive line coach. Like, I wonder what the highest paid defensive line coach in the country is. I mean, I would assume if you're in a bidding war with Nebraska, LSU, Penn State, that's kind of what you're going to be looking at to win that battle. But, I mean, it's not going to be anywhere close to $1 million, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a defensive line?
And you talking about, is there a D-line coach in America that makes
just
that?
Defensive tackles?
Well, I don't know that part because I don't know. But I know Larry Johnson for Ohio State, he makes 1.4.
All right, bud. It's been fun. It's been fun doing this radio deal. I think I'm going to coach defensive
You going to go get in the trenches?
I might go get in the trenches a little bit.
A little three technique, a little hand in the dirt. I don't know. You going to be an odd front or an even front?
I don't know.
Are we playing
they pay 1.4
nose?
for me to like coach quarterbacks and tell them to get their elbow up?
Trey Scott for Georgia makes 1.2. Freddie Roach for Alabama, 1.2. Nick Eason for Clemson makes 1.1.
I got a hard time thinking I can get behind LSU paying a defensive tackles coach over $1 million. It's not my money. I got it. I get it.
Well, I mean, Kyle, like when he got to LSU, he didn't have any college coaching experience. He started at $700K first year out the gate.
All right.
Oh, dude, I played nose guard in high school. Wait, hold up. Y'all hiring?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, my son plays nose guard. Just got honorable mention all district. I'm just saying, runs in the blood. Shout out to J Bones. Shout out J Bones.
J Bones.
So if you lose him, I mean, for me, it's more the recruiting side, Tate. And this was obviously your specialty here. It feels like, obviously he's a good coach, but like that's the part that makes him the popular choice for a lot of these places.
Yeah, but the good news is you just landed a heck of a D-line haul in the early signing period, and you didn't even have a D-line coach on board. I mean, obviously they like Kiffin, they like Baker. So, yeah, I mean, I ain't getting into bidding war for nobody at this point. I mean, the recruits seem to like the staff in place already.
I'm blown away right now.
I can tell you are.
1.4
Yeah.
for the highest paid defensive line coach?
Yeah. You remember when like Jimbo made over $1 million for the first time as the offensive coordinator, like how big of a deal that was?
Huge deal.
You remember that? Yeah.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
for the first time ever, you're speechless.
I'm
I
blown
can tell,
away.
like your thoughts.
Maybe I should have known this.
I knew that Johnson was the highest paid. I thought it was closer to 1.2. I didn't know it was all the way up to like almost 1.5. But
so you just rattled off, just doing like 10 seconds of research. You rattled off at least 5 names right there that are,
yeah,
seven-figure guys, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I want to say, and Tate, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, I think Bo Davis was close to $1 million, if not at $1 million.
I think Bo Davis was at $1 million.
Yeah, when he was here. In Flynn's mind, he's sitting over there thinking,
So he
would
had
LSU hire me to coach
Who's
D-line?
Bo had a 3-year deal over $4 million. So he made 1.35 his first 2 years. He would have made 1.45 in 2026 if he'd have stuck around. So he actually probably would have been the highest paid.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to say this is a hot take. Position coaches are overpaid.
I'm not sure if that's a hot take.
I
think all coaches are overpaid.
I do understand what you're saying. You're saying like in the context of what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
For the most part, like every position's going to be a little bit different for sure.
Uh-huh.
I had some running back coaches, and I'm like, Coach, you may help you out on the board here. You may help you out. So I feel you. I think there's some. I think offensive line coach is crucial. Who you have in that position, I do. I think DB that's another one for sure. Like in the hierarchy of importance. Running back coach, oftentimes, not the highest up there. I would think D-line coach is probably in the same realm as running back coach. I don't know. Quarterback coach, I'll throw it to you. I don't know that room. I haven't been in that room before.
Yeah, a lot of different dynamics. So, like, because I don't know if every team in college actually has a quarterback coach, because a lot of times the offensive coordinator, because remember, we didn't have a quarterback coach when we were in school. It was just always the offensive coordinator. It was Jimbo or Croton in the room with us.
Yeah.
Now I think there's probably a lot of that. So offensive coordinator / quarterback coach, and then just like an offensive analyst is like the pseudo quarterback coach as well. But yeah, I am. I'm a little blown away right now. So yeah, position coaches probably overpaid. Almost $1.5 million for a defensive tackle coach. Good stuff. Good for them. Get it.
It's good work if you can get it.
Good work if you can get it.
Someone said Flynbergasted
Flynbergasted
in the
right
chat,
now.
and that had me dead.
Oh, and yeah, Chris Kiffin is on this staff, and Chris he's coached, everything. He's been a defensive line coach, defensive coordinator. He's been an edge rusher, pass rush specialist for the 49ers in his career. He's coached linebackers with the Texans. So he's coached really all the front seven. So he's also somebody that is going to be working with that unit. So
And Dane in the chat here said, Matt, send your resume to Lane to apply for QB coach. I'd be a QB coach. I'd be a hell of a QB coach.
I think they got 2 of them already, bud.
Well, probably not. I'd be better.
Like, I trust you, but also, actually, I don't know. Lane might let you still do this show.
Sure.
Just from the facility, maybe remotely.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Are they looking for somebody to coach the fullbacks?
Definitely. 1.3.
$1.3.
$1.3 per day, though. It's per diem, bud.
There you go. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I know that Robinson's a good coach. Obviously, like, you got 3 teams that look like they're fighting for his services. I'm with Matt. Like, be careful here. Don't overspend, and also know that you have a situation right now that a lot of people are going to want to come be a part of. You have your defensive staff there. So the one thing that I would ask is get the guy that works best with Blake Baker's defense. Like, that was the one thing that I always like. And look, I love Bo Davis. That's our guy. He's in the weight room when we first got here. He drove the bus from the locker room to the practice fields. But he liked big 340-pound space-eating defensive linemen. And that's who he recruited. It's not what Blake Baker's defense calls for. Right? So when Kyle takes that job over, Kyle Williams, he is trying to do everything he can to get what was recruited to work well in that system. And again, we talk about it. The job that he did with Guillory and others, I thought was
fantastic.
It was a hell of a job.
Yeah. Got a lot out of that unit.
So, like, now you see them kind of recruit a different, and I'm not just talking about, like, space eaters. Like, you can be 330 and have feet and be able to move. It was 330, 340, just kind of center blocks. Guys that couldn't really move east and west. Well, I mean, they just got, 3 guys that can do that. And so you've got the guys that are going to work well in this defense. Make sure you get the coach that understands that vision as well, and you pair that together with Blake and what he wants to get done.
Yeah, for sure. And there's teams and defenses that type of linemen that Bo Davis liked are perfect for those systems. They clog up the holes and they make it tough, and you got these active linebackers behind them that make plays. But that just wasn't this defense. So, but look, credit to Kyle and what the job he did. I mean, there's not a better guy to coach technique and a guy that's seen everything and done everything. So, yeah, credit to what they did this year. But man, they're going to bring in talent, and I expect them to hit the transfer portal hard on the defensive line and the offensive line. So hopefully they get us solidify the coach, and hopefully it's exactly who they want it to be. I would just say be careful of a bidding war. My God, we're going to be paying defensive line coaches $2 million here pretty quickly. Where's the money coming from? Where's it coming from?
I can feel right now, from about an hour away from where we sit, Big Fave is putting on his workout gear and working on all his rush moves to put together a coaching clinic tape to send in well. He heard 1.4, and Big Fave's not an early riser. Those feet levitated to the dresser to get the workout gear.
He did one of those ninja flip get-ups.
Yeah, he did.
He's about to text you.
He woke up.
I love that he was the first person to text when T-Bob said he was leaving. He said, do I need to move my family?
Yeah, it's like, do I need to be there? Big Fave, shout out to you, brother.
Love you, Fave.
Go put your resume in.